What really determines how long you'll live after 70? Join me, an old man with decades of wisdom, as I reveal 6 powerful and scientifically backed signs that predict longevity in old age. This isn't just about science, it's about purpose, reflection, and making the most of the time you have left. Prepare to be inspired, challenged, and transformed. Let this video be your guide to a more meaningful, vibrant, and mindful life after 70. Watch till the end and don't forget to subscribe, like, and share with someone who needs this. They say once you turn 70, the clock ticks a little louder. Every morning feels more sacred. Every ache, every memory, every sunrise feels heavier. But let me tell you something I've learned, sitting on this porch, watching life go by for over 7 decades. How long you'll live after 70 isn't just written in your genes, it's written in your habits, your heart, and your hope. Now, I'm not here to make guesses. I'm here to share 6 signs, scientifically backed signs that quietly but powerfully predict how long you'll walk this earth after 70. These signs aren't just statistics, they are mirrors to your soul. And as I share them with you, I'll share stories, real stories, from a life lived long, and lessons I wish someone had whispered in my ear when I was younger. So pull up a chair. Sign number 1, your walking speed. The quiet clock inside your legs. They did a study, Researchers found that how fast an elderly person walks is one of the most accurate predictors of how long they'll live. They call it gait speed. Strange, isn't it? But think about it. When your legs slow down, your heart slows down too, not just physically, spiritually. When I was 75, I noticed my steps got shorter. I told myself I was just tired. But truth was, I had stopped moving and started existing. Then one morning, I saw an 83-year-old woman walking faster than me in the park. She nodded at me with a twinkle in her eye. That was the day I started walking again. Not just with my feet, but with purpose. Let me ask, how fast do you walk when no one's watching? Because your steps, they speak. They tell your heart, we're still going. They tell your brain, we're not done yet. So every morning walk, even if it's slow, walk like you mean it. Walk like life's still worth chasing. Sign number 2, your social connections. Who will still call you tomorrow? There's a Harvard study that spanned over 80 years, and you know what they found? Strong relationships predict a longer, happier life. More than money, fame, or even cholesterol levels. At 72, I lost a dear friend, not to death, but to silence. We had a disagreement, and let pride stand between us. For 6 years, we didn't speak. When he passed, I sat at the edge of my bed and cried, not for him, but for the time we lost. Loneliness isn't just a feeling, it's a disease. It creeps in slowly, and it eats from within. The body listens when the heart is starved of love. Question, who haven't you called in a while? What grudge are you still feeding instead of your peace? Start rebuilding, start forgiving, start connecting, because those who love deeply live longer. Sign number 3, your purpose. Do you still have a why? They once asked centenarians, people over 100, what keeps them alive. You know what most of them said? I still have something to do. Purpose isn't a luxury, it's a lifeline. When I turned 80, I thought my days of being useful were over. But then my great-grandson asked me to tell him stories. Every Sunday we'd sit and I'd tell him about life, war, peace, love. I became his storyteller. That small purpose gave me years. Question, what wakes you up in the morning besides pain? Purpose doesn't have to be grand. Maybe it's a flower you water, a poem you write, a neighbor you check on. Purpose is the soul's oxygen. Without it, we suffocate, even if our hearts are still beating. Sign number 4, your optimism, the life inside your mind. Scientists have found that optimistic seniors live up to 15% longer. And it's not magic, it's mindset. I met a woman once, 92 years old. She had cancer, arthritis, and could barely see. But when you asked her how she was, she'd smile and say, I'm wonderful. I woke up, didn't I? Let that sink in. She wasn't ignoring her pain. She just chose to focus on her presence. Then, my dear friend, you may just live longer than you ever imagined and better than you ever dreamed. If this message touched your heart, if even one of these signs made you pause and think, then please like this video, subscribe, and share it with someone you love. Maybe someone who's lost hope. Maybe someone who's forgotten how much life is left in them. Leave a comment below. Which sign spoke to you the loudest today? Let's build a community where aging is not feared, but revered. I'll be here every day, sharing more stories, more wisdom, and more truth from the road less traveled. Until then, keep walking, keep loving, keep living. But if you believe every day is a chance, even in small ways, life expands. Question: do you speak more about regrets or hopes? Rewire your words, rewrite your story, because the mind that believes heals. Sign number 5, your diet. Not just what you eat, but how you eat it. Let me be honest, I grew up eating fried meat, sugary tea, and too much salt. At 74, my doctor told me I had high blood pressure. I laughed and said, at my age, who cares? He looked me in the eye and said, your grandchildren care. Food isn't just fuel, it's medicine or it's poison. Studies show that elderly people who eat more fruits, vegetables, omega-3 fats, and fiber live longer. But here's what they don't tell you. It's not just what you eat, it's how you eat it. When you eat slowly, when you bless your food, when you eat around laughter, that's when food becomes life. Let me ask you, when was the last time you truly enjoyed your meal? Eat like you want to live, not just long but well. Sign number 6, your resilience, how you bounce back from storms. Let me tell you something. Life after 70 isn't easy. There's loss, grief, aches, fears. But there's something that separates those who live longer from those who fade early. Resilience, that ability to bend, but not break. Science calls it psychological elasticity. I call it soul strength. When my wife passed away, I thought I would go with her. I sat for weeks numb. But then I remembered her words, you better keep living for the both of us. So I did. I learned to cook for one. I learned to laugh again. I learned to love silence. What has life thrown at you lately? And more importantly, did it stop you? If you're still here, friend, you've already won half the battle. Now rise again, slowly but surely. Let me leave you with this. The length of your life after 70 isn't a mystery, it's a message. One written in your steps, your smile, your circle, your spirit. If you walk with purpose, love with intention, eat with reverence, and rise after every fall, then, my dear friend, you may just live longer than you ever imagined and better than you ever dreamed. If this message touched your heart, if even one of these signs made you pause and think, then please like this video, subscribe, and share it with someone you love. Maybe someone who's lost hope. Maybe someone who's forgotten how much life is left in them. Leave a comment below. Which sign spoke to you the loudest today? Let's build a community where aging is not feared, but revered. I'll be here every day, sharing more stories, more wisdom, and more truth from the road less traveled. Until then, keep walking, keep loving, keep living.